Hey guys, so I know I'm like super close to the camera today, but that's because we're going to be doing swatches, and it's going to be a dupe video on the Anastasia Nicole Guerriero kit, duping with the Colourpop Gimme More palette. So when I first saw this on Trend Mood, I was like, oh my gosh, that looks so similar to the glow kit that I have. So I want to pick it up and see if it actually is a dupe. I have already swatched these, you know, to kind of get a feel for them. And I will say none of them are spot on, but they're so similar that I thought I would still do this video just in case you wanted to get a glow kit and you didn't want to spend $40 and you can just spend $18. I wanted to show the two palettes and show you the differences and the comparisons and swatches. So if you guys would like to see this video, then just keep watching. We'll talk about packaging, and I think they're really similar packaging. They're both cardboard packaging, so it's nothing special. So this is $18 and the glow kit is $40. So for the packaging, you're not really getting an upgrade if you go for the Anastasia one because they are both cardboard. But the one thing I don't like about the Colourpop one is that the names are on the back of the palette. So they're not actually on the underneath the shades. So you constantly have to look at the back and like, oh, I'm using this one. That kind of bothers me. I know that doesn't matter to a lot of people, but I kind of want to know like what color it is, you know, that I'm using. Especially if you're doing a swatch video to compare them, got to look on the back to see what color it is. So of course for the Anastasia one, the names are on the highlights, so you can actually see what the name is called, what shade you're using. But again, it is the same cardboard packaging. The Colourpop one is smaller in comparison, as you can see. But the pan size wise, I feel like they look pretty much the same. Let's see. These are them side by side. So as you can see, the pan size looks pretty similar. But as you can see, they're very similar, and you can see why I wanted to do a dupe video, because when I first saw this come out on Trend Mood, I was like, oh my gosh, it looks so similar. So I definitely want to pick it up for you guys and try it out. So now let's just get into the swatches and see if they're actually dupe worthy. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the top and go down like this, and then start here and go like that, so you guys can kind of follow along with what I'm doing. So the first shade we're going to be duping or seeing if it is a dupe from this kit, we're going to take Kitty Cat. And then from the Colourpop one, this is the more pinky toned highlight in this one, and this one is called Total Package. So we're going to swatch these on my hand and see what they look like side by side. Okay, so this is just one swatch of each one. So of course the Anastasia ones, pigmentation wise, they're more brighter and lighter and just more intense. But obviously for the price, I would hope that there is a difference, since there is quite a big price difference. So this is Kitty Cat, and then this one right here is Total Package. So like I said, as you can tell, the Anastasia one is brighter and a little bit more intense, but overall they give the same effect. Okay, so next up we're going into this middle shade, Forever Young, and then we're going into the middle shade of the Colourpop palette, and it's called Upgrade. So I would say that these are more not similar, because this one's definitely like has a more white to it. It's more lighter, and then the Forever Young is definitely more pink, as you can see, a little bit champagne. So these are definitely not color dupes, but they do give a really nice similar effect. They probably don't look too much different on the actual face because they're not too much different on the hand, but as you can tell, they do have different tones. Alright, so next we're taking Daydream, which is the more orange tone highlight, and this is my least favorite color in this palette because I don't really wear a lot of, you know, orange highlights. So we're going to be taking Extra from the Colourpop one to see if they're dupe. Okay, so this one is Daydream from the Anastasia kit, and this is Extra. Now I will say, I don't know if you'll be able to tell, but I do think the Colourpop one is a little bit powdery. I'll show you the actual palette in a second. You can see the kick up. This shadow is more chalky and powdery compared to the other ones I've swatched. It's just not my favorite, but in terms of color, they are pretty similar. Again, all these shades are pretty similar. None of them are exact, but again, I do think they'll give a similar effect on the face. And I just want to show you the palette, so you can kind of see maybe the powderiness of that color right there. It's just kind of more powdery than the rest of them. Okay, next up we're taking the two white shades. So I'm taking Forever Lit from the Anastasia kit and Bottomless from the Colourpop one. Okay, so here is probably the biggest color difference I've seen so far. So this is the Anastasia one, Forever Lit. It's definitely more of a white, blue, pinky undertone, whereas the Colourpop Bottomless color is definitely more golden. Champagne has that more gold hue to it, the yellowness to it. So I definitely would say these are not a dupe at all. But again, this is the most similar color to the Anastasia one. Okay, now for my favorite color, we're going to take Glow Getter from the Anastasia kit and Bigger and Better from the Colourpop Gimme More palette. So here is the Anastasia one in Glow Getter, and this is Bigger and Better. So as you can see, the tones are different again. The Anastasia one is more like a coppery bronze, and this one's more golden again. But they are still really similar, as you can tell. And I actually have one on one side of my cheek and one on the other, and I think they look pretty darn similar on the skin. Alright, for the very last shade, we're going to take 143 and Full Service from the Colourpop one. Here is 143 and this is Full Service. So again, the tones are different, like I've said every single time. These are not spot on dupes, and there's definitely different tones. But again, they both are pretty pigmented and give a similar effect, like I've said every single time. Okay, so I do want to tell you guys that I do have Glow Getter on this side of my face and Bigger and Better on this side of my face. And I think that they look really similar on the skin. I don't know if you guys can tell. I think they look like pretty much the same color. So kind of my final thoughts over the palette is, again, it's $18 compared to $40, and I'm not even sure if you can get this palette anymore. I'm not for certain. I'll have to look that up. But formula-wise, they are different. Yes, I'm not saying formula-wise they are the same. Obviously, they should be different for the price. The Anastasia ones are, you know, a little bit more pigmented. They don't take as much to put on to really build it up to make it intense. But I will say that her highlighters have, you know, they're more chunky wise, like they have glitter in them. So if you don't like glitter in your highlights, you probably won't like this, but I don't really have a problem with it. I really like this palette. As you can tell, I use it a ton, especially this color. So I really enjoyed this palette. So those are my thoughts about this one. And then for the Colourpop one, the formula is a little bit more powdery, a little bit more chalky. You know, you aren't paying the $40 price tag, so the quality isn't going to be the same, which it shouldn't be. But they still are really nice. I still like them. You do have to build it up more to get the really intense glow if you're wanting that really intense glow. But you can do it. You can make it work. The only one I really have a problem with, like I said, is the orange one. It's not really my favorite, and it's just kind of really powdery and doesn't really work how I would want it to. But other than that, I think all of the rest of the shades are really pretty, and they are all really similar, as you saw in the swatches. Maybe they're not spot on color wise, but some of them are so close, like the ones I have on, that you can't even tell on the skin. So I would definitely say it's a dupe. Just not like 100% like formula wise and everything. So yeah, if you guys were looking for a good highlighting palette and didn't want to break the bank and spend a ton of money, this is $18. But yeah, that is my dupe video. I know they weren't like spot on dupes, but I just think they were similar enough to make it a dupe, you know, because they do look similar on the skin. But I really hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to see more dupe videos from me, then please let me know, because I'm actually getting that other Colourpop palette, the Cute AF palette, in the mail to compare to my Tasha Jonas Sunset palette, so I can do a whole other dupe video with that and maybe actually apply it like on the eyes so we can actually see if there's a difference, kind of like I did with the highlighters. So if you guys would like to see that video, then please let me know. But yeah, I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I really hope to see you guys in my next video. Bye.